Okay, hi. I don't know if I'm ever gonna post this video, but I just suddenly wanted to record this. It sort of came to me because I was watching my own video last night. I think it's one of the most watched on my channel. So I was watching it and then I realized how much I changed since I posted that. So it's been like a year, almost a year and a half now. So I just suddenly felt like making this video to tell you guys what parts of me that I think have changed, or like maybe why I think I've changed. But we'll just get into it while I'm doing my makeup. So first off, and I don't know if it's noticeable to you guys, but to me, like, I could tell it wasn't like me changing. It was more like the personality that I have on my channel sort of changed. Does that make sense? So I think the person in that video a year and a half ago was closer to me in real life than the me now that you guys see on my recent videos. Does that make sense? So I feel like I'm more watered down. I try to like look good in my videos now, because like I remember me in that video, I didn't really care if I looked like shit. I didn't really care if like the camera wasn't at a certain angle. I mean, it's not that I care now, but I care more now. Does that make sense? Like, I'm trying to be more professional now, I guess. But somehow I sort of miss the old me where I was like, you know, whatever, like just putting the camera on, like not really caring if I had like proper clips or not. Because now I'm like, oh, I need a proper intro, I need a proper outro, like how are we gonna end the video? When I didn't even think about that a year and a half ago. I was just like, I just press record and then I just, you know, do whatever. So that's the outcome that you guys see. I guess it's because I've been getting like collaborations and sponsorships, so obviously my videos have to be structured. Yeah, maybe that's why. You know, while we're at it, I'm just gonna like tell you guys what I've learned so far, you know, being a influencer for the past a year and a half. So basically,
could you try again?
Excuse me, Siri, I'm not talking to you. So I think a lot of you guys have been curious on how I handle hate comments. So for those of you who don't know, but I'm pretty sure you guys know, I have TikTok as well, and I'm pretty active on TikTok. So a lot of my hate comments I get from TikTok, because they're unhappy with the way I dress as a Muslim, they're unhappy with my dancing videos, blah 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 blah. And most of them, like, I mean, they're just pretty nice. They're advising me, you know, to be a better Muslim. I don't mind that. I don't consider, okay, just to clarify, I do not consider those as hate comments. The ones that I consider hate comments are the ones that are like telling me to go die, telling me that I'm gonna go to hell, telling me that, you know, I'm disrespectful. So those are the ones that I consider hate comments. Not the nice ones that are like, oh, I pray that you become a better Muslim. Stuff like that is fine, because I know it comes, you know, from a heart like of love. But like, because I've experienced worse. Like, before I started YouTube and before I started TikTok, there was one time I went viral. Not really viral, it's just like this guy just reposted my stuff and like put me in a position to receive a lot of hate comments. So that was the first time I ever went viral. And then at the time I was receiving death threats, rape threats. So, and that was the first time it happened. And the first time was like the most severe. And I remember telling my parents about it, and obviously I cried. But everything after that point feels very, this is nothing, you know, because I've experienced worse. I think now, for me, it doesn't really affect me anymore, because how I see it, okay, and I feel like everyone should have this mentality, is that everything that happens to you online does not translate into real life. I mean, unless you've done something that's illegal or something that's very bad, but that's usually not the case with these hate comments. Usually these hate comments come from people who just like look at your stuff for like a few seconds and decide to leave a hate comment, but it's not someone who's actually coming to you in real life and saying these things to your face. I do look at my comments and I do sometimes read them, but if it gets to a point where it bothers me, I just turn off my phone and then disconnect myself from that world, because I don't see that as my reality. My reality isn't my social media. It's just like a part of my life, but it's not everything. Okay, I'm continuing this on my phone because my camera battery died out, but it's okay. Where was I? Yeah, so like honestly, hate comments, they don't really get to me. There's some funny ones, to be honest, so it's kind of entertaining. But now it's just like, because I've accepted the fact that you know, these hate comments come from people who aren't happy with themselves and they just feel the need to spread hate because it makes them feel better about themselves. So why would I listen to those people when I have like people who actually love me and support me, and I just choose to listen to those people and not these hate comments. These hate comments don't define me. Am I making sense? I hope so. And I also know like a lot of you guys are curious as to like how much money we actually make and if I've ever been scammed, stuff like that. I started being an influencer in Korea, so I wouldn't know how the influencer situation is really in Malaysia. But basically, a lot of our money comes from obviously YouTube AdSense. So if our videos get a lot of views, stuff like that, then we get more money and stuff. We also make most of our money from like the YouTube sponsorships. Yeah, that's where we make the most of our money. We don't really get money from TikTok. I know like TikTokers in the US, they have started earning money from TikTok, but it hasn't come into Korea yet, the monetization. And then for Instagram, same thing. We don't really make money off of Instagram. It's more from the companies that pay us to like do reviews, collaborations on Instagram and stuff. And so far, alhamdulillah, I've never been scammed. I know some people who have been scammed by brands. How they would scam is that they would say, oh, okay, please post this and this and this. And once the influencer or talent has posted it, then they just vanish, these clients or like brands. And then they just don't get payment. That has happened. But thankfully, I have never been scammed because all of like my brand sponsorships or whatever, they go through my company, and then Leonard handles everything. So he makes sure that, you know, they sign the contract and everything, like nothing's fishy. And he won't even work with the company if it's like fishy. I mean, you can tell from the way they send emails and stuff. So we only so far have worked with, you know, legit companies or brands in Korea. Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people, they want to enter a company because it's actually really helpful. You know, as an influencer like me, for example, because I'm just a student, I know nothing about like the legal stuff. I really don't know how to talk to clients to try to negotiate. I don't have the skills. So it really helps if you're in a company. But I do know people who are really good on their own. Like I have friends who are really good at negotiating because like they've taken like major in business and stuff, so they know what they're doing. But that's not a lot of the cases. So most of the cases, these influencers, they need help, so which is why they enter these agencies or management companies. And for like the amount of money, I can't exactly tell you how much I make because it really fluctuates. It's different every month, but it's not bad. I mean, because like I'm just a student, I'm not depending on this. So far it's really okay, and I'm just making a bit of side income. Oh, and another thing, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm pretty sure you guys know. But a lot of I'm pretty sure a lot of other influencers as well, because like I feel the same way. We do get insecure with other influencers. Like it's pretty normal. Sometimes watching all these other content creators, TikTokers, YouTubers, I think to myself and I'm like, oh, am I pretty enough to be doing this sort of thing? Because they're way prettier. Like, why would people watch me when there's so many other pretty people? I think, oh, am I funny enough? Because like there's so many other funny people. And am I like entertaining enough? Like why are you guys watching me? Like that thought is constantly in my head. It's just that most of the time I choose to ignore it, but it's just always there. I'm pretty sure like you guys always say, oh, you're insecure looking at these influencers. But I think it's the same for us. I guess like the good thing is that I can look back at my pictures and be like, oh, I'm not that bad. I'm actually really pretty. And that's how like I sort of gain confidence and boost my self-esteem. So it's just like a cycle. Yeah, but I think what differs from person to person is how much you let it affect your life. There's nothing I can do to change me. So the only thing I can do is choose to love the body that I'm in. But that's what most of us struggle with, is that we just have to accept the fact that we're born into this body. We're the only ones that are gonna live with ourselves our entire lives till the day we die. So if we don't choose to love ourselves, then really what's the point of living? You know what I mean? Like, you're never gonna find joy in life if you don't love yourself. You don't have to love yourself because of appearance. You can love yourself because you're smart. You can love yourself because you're kind. You can love yourself because you're friendly and you have a great personality. Like, it's just so many things. You can love yourself if you're skillful. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just have to keep finding reasons every day to love yourself. I know it's easy to like look at other people's Instagram, other people's TikToks, and be like, wow, like they're so much better than me. Like, I want to be like them. But it's really pointless, because why would you compare yourself to other people when there's only one of you? It's like, it's really incomparable. It's like you're comparing a rose to a sunflower. They're both flowers, they're both beautiful, like, but you can't say like a rose is prettier than a sunflower and a sunflower is prettier than a rose. If it's too much for you, just take time off of social media if it's hard for you. But you shouldn't let, you know, everything that you see affect how you view yourself. Like, for example, I could walk around every day waking up depressed that I don't look like Madison Beer, right? Sounds stupid, but that's what a lot of us are doing. I am pretty, like, I'm freaking gorgeous. So like, there's two ways that I can live my life. Either I love myself because I'm freaking gorgeous and I realize that, or I can live like always comparing myself to other people and not realizing my own beauty. The choice is yours. Last but not least, going back to me changing, I think right now I'm just like at this point in my life where I tend to question everything. Like, am I doing this right? I mean, I have goals. I know what I want to do, but like, is it gonna work out? Is it the right path for me? So I have a lot of these questions. Yeah, I just thought I should share it with you guys, because I feel like, pretty sure I'm not alone. I'm in my 3rd year, so I'm gonna graduate soon, right? So it's just really scary going to this adult life where I'm not tied down to being a student, because that's all I've known. All I've known, like, for 22 years of my life is how to be a student, how to be a good student. So when you take that away from me, what am I left with? I guess this video is gonna be like a turning point in my channel where I sort of decide like what path or direction I'm gonna take. I'm not saying I've been lying to you guys about like my personality and stuff. Usually, like, before, I would always record what I wanted to do, right? And now I'm always thinking like, oh, what do my subscribers want to see? It's not more like, what do I want to post and what do I want to film? So I think it's important for me now to like to really balance between the two. I mean, I like doing this, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm being forced to do this or anything. I love doing it. But, you know, obviously there's just days when we're just not feeling it. But like, for example, if I have a video due by a certain date because I have like a sponsor, you know, tied with that video, then I'll just have to record it even though I'm not really feeling it. Does that make sense? So I feel like I've learned to have like a switch. So for example, like if once the camera turns on, I'd be like, oh my god, hi guys, welcome back to my channel, blah blah blah. But once it turns off, then I'm like, okay, I'm not really feeling myself today. So it's like a pretend thing. Why am I telling you guys this? But I mean, you know, just so you guys know that this thing exists. I mean, we're human too. I mean, I'm not always like bright and happy all the time. If someone says they're happy 24/7, they're lying. They're definitely lying, either to themselves or to you. But like, overall, I think I'm like happy with where I am in life. I just need to learn to be more grateful for what I have. I'm not gonna do an outro because I don't know. Okay, I think for the meantime, I'm not gonna put my intro because my intro sucks. So basic. I'm gonna wait till I get a better one before I actually put my intro in again. So until then, we're gonna go with a no intro videos, okay? Like, what's the point of an intro anyways? Like, you guys, I mean, you're watching my channel, so obviously you know who I am. Like, even if you're watching me for the first time, you can tell like I'm the owner of the channel. So like, my name's gonna be Sabrina. So that's gonna be, see, I'm just word vomiting. I'm gonna finish my makeup and get back to you. So this is the end of the video. Thank you for listening to my word vomit. I still have no idea if I'm gonna post this, but we'll see. Thank you for watching. Bye.